Hey everyone, my guitarists. That was a song by Doves, and I was playing rhythm guitar. And today's lesson is going to be all about playing chords and strumming rhythm. So mostly up to now, you've been playing melody, which is playing single notes on single frets and one string at a time. So now we're going to move on to playing chords, which is a lot of fun. And I really enjoy it, and I know that you will too. So get yourself your guitar ready, make sure you're all tuned up, and we're going to learn 4 chords today, and we're going to learn how to play some strumming patterns so that you can go and play and strum and practice on your own. Okay, so I'm going to strum an E minor chord. This is an E minor chord here. I'm using my middle 2 fingers and I'm placing the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, which is the 5th string, and then I'm putting my ring finger, the 3rd finger, on the 2nd fret of the D string, which is the 4th string. Okay, I want you to give that a go, and remember that whole technique of keeping your thumb on the back of your guitar neck, keeping the fingers arched. Okay, and I'm going to give that a strum. And I'm just going to play some semi-brevs. And the semi-brev is a note that lasts for 4 beats. I'm going to use the backs of my fingers, just the fingernails here, so it doesn't hurt my fingers. I actually use a guitar pick, but you might not have one. If you do have a guitar pick, fantastic. We're going to do it firstly with our fingers, okay? So, middle 2 fingers, 2nd fret of E and A, pressing down nice and hard, lots of pressure. And we're just going to do some down strokes for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to play some. That was a whole note, so that lasted for 4 beats. We're going to play a half notes now, which last for 2 beats, or minims which last for 2 beats. So they last for half a bar of 4. Here we go. So I'm going to do some down strokes. Did you strum with me? Okay, notice I'm strumming just down, pressure, just gliding across the strings. I'm not hitting the strings too hard. Just stroking the tops of the strings with my fingernails, the backs of my fingers. Okay, now we're going to play on every beat, which is a crotchet. We also call those quarter notes because there are 4 of them in a bar of 4 beats. Okay, so down strokes, I'm going to give you a pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So that was quarter notes or crotchets. Now it gets difficult. What do you think comes after quarter notes? 1/8 notes. Well done. And 1/8 notes are called quavers. And you can see a picture of a quaver here. Okay. So I'm going to now play up and down strokes. And on the way up, I'm just going to flick the strings with my front of my fingers. Okay, let's play for 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this is real Hetty high aspirations. We're going to play 16th notes, which are semi-quavers, half of a beat. This is quite difficult, okay? Okay, I'm going to do it really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's try a little exercise. You've got your E minor chord, and we're going to start by strumming semi-breves, then minims, then crotchets, then quavers, then semi-quavers, okay? So, I'll tell you when to change. Let's start with semi-breves. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Now minims. 1, 2, 2, 2. Now crotchets, every beat. Now quavers. Semi-quavers, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, so you've played an E minor chord. Now we're going to play an A major chord. An A major chord requires you to use 3 fingers. Now, depending on how comfortable you are, you can use the first 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay, so the first finger is going to be placed on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, or the D string. The middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and the ring finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. I'm going to squeeze them together like that. Can you see? I've got them at an angle because I can't get them on otherwise. Okay, and all tight together, and I'm bringing my wrist at an angle as well. Okay, remember to use the thumb, the back of the fretboard as well, like this. Thumb on the back and cock the wrist as an angle. Okay, so let's start by strumming some semi-breves. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Last one. 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's try some minims. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, now quarter notes or crotchets. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every beat. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Now I should also point out that when we strum that A major chord, we're going to play all the strings from A to the E. We don't really want to play this string here, the lower E. Okay, here we go. We're going to play quavers now. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And then do you think you could try semi-quavers? Are you ready? 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 4, 3, 2, and 1, and stop. Okay, so that's E minor and A major. Now, we're going to play a bit of a tricky chord here. It's called C. We're going to play a very basic version of C, which is going to be like this. So we're going to play our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string and the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, which is the 4th string. So that's an easy version where we only use 2 fingers, okay? So you can strum with me. We're just going to strum from the A to the E string. We're not going to play the lower E. 1, just semi-revs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now minims. Now crotchets, every beat. Quavers up and down now. Semi-quavers, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. So it's a very simple version of C there. Now, the full version of C, we're going to put our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and ring finger on the so the middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string, and the ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the A string, which is the 5th string. And again, we're only going to strum these strings here. We're not going to play this bottom E. Okay, start with semi-revs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now minims. Here we go. 2, 1, 2. Now crotches every beat. Now quavers up and down. Semi-quavers, double time, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and strum. Well done. Now you may find that your fingers are doing what mine are doing, which you get little kind of dents in the fingers there because the strings hurt a little bit. But don't worry, that disappears after time. Your fingers get used to it. Mine don't hurt anymore because I'm used to it. My fingers have like pads, like a pussycat. They're all tough. Okay, the last chord we're going to play today is going to be a G major. Follow on. We're going to use three fingers here. We're going to use our 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, which is the 5th string. Our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, bottom E, and then see if you can use either your ring finger or your pinky, depending on how big your hands are. I like to use my pinky on that one. Sometimes I use my ring, on the 3rd fret of the top E string. Okay, and we're going to play all the strings. Okay, ready? We're going to do semi-revs first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now minims. 2, 1, 2, 2. Now crotches every beat. Quavers up and down. Semi-quavers, double time. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, so now that you've got those 4 chords, want you to go away and practice those, or practice with the video with me. E minor, A major, will flash up on the screen now, C major and G major. Okay, so what you can do once you've got all those chords is you can just have a little play and see if you can change between chords. So going from E to A. Or C to G, which is a relatively easy change, a bit harder. So to G, back to C, that's a slightly harder change, that one. So what you might need to do is take your time with that and see how the fingers change. So there's my C, and I have to bring these two fingers here, and that pinky fits in nicely there. So watch that again, the C, and then the pinky comes here, the first two fingers move up. Just do it really slowly and see if you can change between those two chords, and then see if you can change between the other chords like this. Play with my pick now. Okay, well, that was your first chord lesson. If you managed to do at least two of those chords, you're doing really, really well. So practice the video, practice your strumming patterns on the different length of notes, practice changing between the chords. Just do it for fun. There's no pressure to do anything amazing just yet. Just have a bit of fun with it, okay? And next week we'll do some more chords. Anyway, thanks for listening. And I'll see you again soon. Take care and keep playing. Bye.